Hey guys, it is Mike from Baltimore Rides here. It is Sunday, September 10th. Sorry, my throat's dry. But it's really my wrap-up video for Saturday the 9th. And, great night, guys. I did that video earlier today, kind of just quickly talking about navigation applications and, which app I use. And really my broad thoughts on the subject. But, getting back to the groove, I wanted to give you guys an update on how I did tonight and how I'm doing for the week. I got down to the city. I raced down. I left the house a little bit early, but not much. I was, I'm trying to anticipate the travel and the traffic route between Westminster and DC. I don't take the back roads. I know you can take 27 South and to 97 to Georgia Ave and do all that nonsense, but it's too much residential one-lane driving. It's too much traffic lights. To me, it's better to drive the extra 7-8 miles and just take 795, 695, 95 South to blah, blah, blah. And it's all highway driving. So I got to the city. I did set my destination once I was on 95 South, and I actually picked up a ride once I got onto 295 South, like Laurel College Park area, that took me into the city. That worked out really well. Bounced around the city. I did really, really well early, kind of early half of my night. I had $140 or so in by 11 o'clock, 11:30 p.m. And, and then on top of that, I made my Quest bonus. So I had a $55 kicker on top of that. So I was sitting at $200 for the night, but really $140 of fares. And I wanted to do $250, I wanted to do $200 plus the $50 kicker. So, that was my stretch goal for myself. And honestly, it dried up for a weird period there, like around 9 p.m. to 10:30, 11 p.m. There was kind of a lull where there was, 5, 10, 15 minutes in between rides. Whereas the beginning of my day, it was almost nonstop. It was just ride after ride after ride. And then it kind of kicked back into the bar scene, at about 11:30, the bar scene activated. And really, I just spent the whole rest of my evening from 11:30 to 2:30, working U Street. I'd take a ride from U Street and then come back to U Street and then pick another ride up and then just, bing, bang, boom. So, great night. I am somewhere in the vicinity of $920 for the week. That's including my 2 Quest bonuses. So that's, that's great, because I'm planning on doing at least another $200 tomorrow. And that'll put me somewhere in the range of about 11 and change. And that's my stretch goal for myself, guys, is, 2 weeks in a row now I've had Quest goals or Quest rewards that add up to about $150. Last week it was 110. This week the first one was 90, and then the second one is 55. So it's 140 something, whatever. So, if I can make an additional $100 to $150 per week just doing what I'm doing already, then that basically covers the lease payment. And then if I can still do, on top of that, my $200 a night in actual fares, from me working, then I can do 5 nights a week or 5.5 if I want to do a half night in there somewhere, and make my $1,000 that way, and then the Quest money on top of that. So I don't know if I articulated that well enough, but it's 3:30 at night and my brain is mush. But that's kind of my stretch goal for myself. And I was talking to my best friend about this tonight. That's my stretch goal is 11. Let's call it 1125. $1,000 from me grinding and doing what I got to do in the city. And then if I can get 100 to 150 in Quest bonuses each week on top of that, then that really pays for the lease payment. I have not used the Uber app. I mean, I'm sorry. I have not used the Lyft app all week. And I didn't use it but once last week. And what I probably will do, because I don't want Lyft to deactivate, and I don't want my fuel rewards through Lyft because it's so much easier than the stupid Uber fuel rewards card to expire, is the half day that I drive, the night that I'm only going to drive for like 4 or 5 hours, whatever night that is, I will only use Lyft. And I probably won't go all the way to DC because that would be a really poor use of time. I'll probably go up to Towson, or I'll go into Baltimore and just use Lyft in those areas. And if I can make $50 to $100 a week doing that on the Lyft app, then that'll be, not only will it keep me, active with Lyft and keep me qualified for the gas rewards, but that's money that I can pull out and do the quick pay, because Uber I can't, because I have my lease contract. So, that's kind of like play money or gas money, if you will, to put gas in the car every day. So I kind of have a stretch plan in place. It didn't work this week only because, I don't know, because Labor Day I didn't use Lyft. Obviously I used Uber, and I've tried to put the Lyft app on a couple times, but even in DC, Uber beats Lyft. It really just does. And that's my bread and butter. Uber is my bread and butter. It's my A1, it's the app that I'm invested the most in. My ratings, everything matters in Uber. My Lyft ratings suck right now, because the couple times I did turn the stupid app on, I ended up getting an Uber request, and then I have to cancel a Lyft request, or I forgot that I turned the Lyft app on and I was on an Uber ride and I got a Lyft request. So I've canceled a shit ton of, pardon my language, that slipped out. I've canceled a lot of Lyft rides the past couple weeks, and they're probably angry with me right now. I'm not going to lie. My acceptance rating probably sucks, but that's something I've just got to work on. So next week, whatever day I pick as my half day, which will probably be Mondays, I will drive for 4 or 5 hours with Lyft in like Towson or someplace somewhat close to home, and just make some extra money that way. So, that's kind of the plan. We will see what happens there. And that's all I've got for tonight, guys. It's going really well. I feel very strongly that this new strategy is going to pay out. It's too soon to tell if it's weatherproof or not. And by weatherproof I mean, is it something that's good 24/7, 365? I don't know. I know right now in September it's doing me really well. We'll just have to see. We'll have to see what happens as we go into fall and into winter, and see what the seasons bring that I'm just not knowledgeable about yet, because I haven't driven in a fall or a winter yet. So I'm curious to find out how that's going to play out. So that's all we got, guys. I'm going to wrap it up for tonight. It's a short video, and I will be back on the road tomorrow. Excuse me. And like I said, I've got news coming down the pipe on Monday, but I don't have any details to give you yet. But I think it's going to be really exciting. So fingers crossed, and we'll go from there. Everybody have a great night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye-bye.